Hello YouTube, it's the Lone Pantheist. I've been thinking about some things and I want to clarify some of my previous videos, especially when I was making remarks about money, flags, and the pyramids in Egypt. I believe that humanity's got its priorities all wrong, okay? First off, yeah, the ancient Egyptians, they built great pyramids, and they even built some dams, somewhat in the Nile River. But I think, if they're going to build something that elaborate, they would have spent more time, more well-being time, building dams that prevent the Nile River from all that fresh water just going out to the Mediterranean, not being used. I mean, the whole place is a desert. Okay, if you built a dam in that area, revert the water back, I mean, I guess, like I said, people say, well, they didn't have technology like that. Well, obviously, they were able to build pyramids. Anyway, if they would have spent more time on that, they could have made more farmland. That would have done away with the famines. They could have harvested the water. They could have, spread out on their farmlands, harvested food. It would have, they wouldn't have had so much famine in that, one particular area. And it just reminds me, because I got in a conversation with somebody like that, it just reminds me how we hold stock in so much stuff that has completely nothing to do with anything that's, really or naturally good for human beings. Such as things like putting too much stock in literary works. Sorry, I'm a little, I just got out of the heat, so yeah. Anyway, I'm moving. Yeah. But anyway, how we bring up books like the Bible, books like the Quran, and even other books, like Harry Potter and all that other crap. But anyway, we hold, so much sway over it, so much, attention into it, so much belief into it. Same with money and same with things like flags and all that stuff. And, people say if we lose our governments and our flags or we lose our money, society won't be structured. Okay, I put you in the same category with people who say if you don't have the Bible, don't have the Quran, our society won't be structured. Money and the Bible and all that stuff, it had its heyday, okay? It's time for us to evolve, move on, in the story. Now you can say, there's the whole aspect of, well, nature ain't that wonderful, it's a horrible place. But farmers, from the better part of history, have been able to domesticate animals, okay? Matter of fact, when it came to like canines and stuff like that, they were able to breed certain breeds of dogs that were better attuned as hunters. And then later on, we took it to the next level, which was a stupid idea, and bred them to look pretty. And many of these dogs who are bred to look pretty have no survival instincts at all and will die off if humans weren't here. But in certain aspects, we did outbreed some of the wildness feeding on this, and that in the wild and stuff like that, and made them more domesticated. Okay, same with like sheep and stuff like that. A long, long time ago, probably during the Ice Age, it was the Neolithic period or something like that. May have been a period before that where we actually started farming and stuff like that, started domesticating animals. We actually helped teach the animals, or not teach the animals, but helped coexist with these animals. Granted, we use it for food, but it just got me thinking that maybe we need to look at ourselves and restructure our societies. Okay, you could build a mosque, you could build a temple, you could build a church, but don't hold too much stock into it. Okay, if you want to, do something that's not everlasting, but has a purpose, you can plant a tree. Okay, and a lot of people, they make fun of, people who say that, oh, you're a tree hugger, or something like that. Okay, let's not hug the tree, let's go chop down the tree. We've got to make this book so that we can all, read about how this guy from the desert was so enlightened and teaching us little heathens, about his little, experience with God. Just a bunch of crazy crap like that. I'm sorry, it just didn't hold, it didn't hold sway to me. It doesn't have a toll on me, okay? A lot of people get enthralled in all this stuff, with money, diamonds, and gold. You hear people talk about the most precious resource on earth is gold or diamonds or oil. Okay, I'm sorry, but I think water, okay, fresh water in particular, outbeats all that. Okay, and as for people who say, well, if we dam up all the rivers or, going out to the ocean will lower the water level. Okay, well, that would counteract what global warming's doing, and, don't worry about the water level. We're raising that ourselves, with the melting of the ice caps. So it actually would help out the ecosystem. Okay, and then you got all the water, you branch it out into new rivers, probably branch it back into the river, Rivers don't have to just flow in one direction. You can actually cause it to flow upstream. Matter of fact, there's a couple rivers in the world that actually do that. There's only, I think it's like 10% of the rivers actually flow from the ocean inland, but the majority of them, are out the ocean. It's a phenomenon, but you can actually self-create it through dams and stuff like that. Make new rivers, branch out that water, use that water to make more farmland. In fact, they're doing this in India. And I think this is a great idea. One, the Indian government, I don't want to insult any Indians, but it can, it's got, all government's got its corrupt points. But I was actually surprised to see the Indian government actually, do this. They actually have this plan. I'll try to provide a link. But they're actually going to harvest the water they get from the rain, because there is a little fear that the Ganges River might dry up. Fortunately, with monsoons and with what they're doing, India will have plenty of water to support even a growing population of people. They could do the same in Africa. Now, unfortunately, certain parts in Africa I know are having droughts like that. Other parts are having, plenty of rain. Harvest that, you can move it over, and there you go. But nobody wants to do that because everyone wants to respect their borders, their tribal regions, and all that. But another thing I've noticed was Africans and some African Americans will make fun of the tribals in Africa. The tribal people only make up, the actual ones who adhere to the tribal beliefs and stuff like that, only make up about, I believe it's 15% of Africa's population. Now the actual African Hebrews, I was talking to one guy, and I believe he actually does adhere to the actual Hebrew faith, so I actually respect that. And also in Ethiopia, they actually do live like the respect the tribes, because in old Hebrewism you had tribes. But the Black Hebrew Israelites and the Israelis, especially today in Israel, I don't believe are living that way. Okay, they're still, they put too much stock in pieces of land and temples and all this, and they're killing people just for it. And same with races. Okay, whether you're white or black racist. Okay, my pupils are black. When we all get old, our hair turns white. In fact, in many societies, even in African societies, having white hair is one of the trademarks of an elder. It means you're wise. Okay, because you've lived a long time, you've got life experience. Okay, and of course you get Alzheimer's and you kind of forget it. But that aside, yes. Okay, so there's one little Kemetic philosophy that talks about they put a lot of stock in the color black. Everything that's black. This one guy was trying to tell me that the universe started out black. Okay, first off, that's a word that we use for something you can't technically see. You're not seeing the shirt. That's why it's black. All the light's being absorbed into it. But your skin is black because of melanin. Everyone else's skin is white simply because, the sun, the whole latitude, longitude. You can look it up on the internet. And yes, I can debate with you about the Eskimos. Okay, trust me, I've looked into that too. All right, a lot of good fish does. And by the way, a lot of Eskimos do only have light brown skin, and some of them even have red hair. So that throws out the whole, that's white people aren't in evolution in that range. But there's also the white racists, which, by the way, your pupils are black, so you're not completely white, but whatever. And you're more of a peach color. But anyway, put too much stock in the colorism, and a lot of racists, whether they use the excuse of what happened in the past, or they use the excuse of what they perceive in the future. All they're trying to do is to be able to establish a high rank so they can sit on their ass and rule. They don't want to do shit. They don't want to farm land. They don't want to fucking do... None of you racists out there, whether you're white or black, all you want to do is be part of the ruling class so you can sit on your ass and rule. That's all you want to do. You're sick of fucking working. You're sick of, having a shitty job. Tough, okay? We all got to farm. I personally believe that if we mixed, what we have today with what we had in the past, because none of us know how to farm our own food. Okay, to me, or make our clothes, majority of us, specifically in the Western world. And that's not being self-sufficient, which I think is a bad thing. But anyway, I digress. I only have 10 minutes. I don't know how long I've got, and I've already filmed some, one of the videos that was like this, and it went over. But yeah, so I'll probably make another video soon. Anyway, take care.